My daughter was getting married, and everyone was celebrating, unaware that I was sitting on $80 million worth of beachfront villas my late husband left me. I chose to stay silent, and what happened next stunned everyone in ways they never expected. The day of my daughter's wedding was supposed to be full of joy and laughter, a moment where every mother dreams of seeing her child walk into a new chapter of life. I smiled, hugged relatives, and watched as the ceremony unfolded perfectly. But deep inside, I carried a secret that no one, not even my closest family, could imagine. My late husband had left me an empire of $80 million worth of beachfront villas, a fortune built from years of hard work, investments, and careful planning. I had always known the right moment to reveal it, and today was not that day. I watched as my daughter laughed with friends, as family exchanged stories and toasts, and I said nothing. It was a test of patience, and of observing who truly valued me for who I was, not what I possessed. Every compliment I received, every joke made at my expense, I ignored with a calm smile. My silence became my shield, and in the midst of celebration, I felt a quiet power settle over me. People assumed I was simply another proud mother, unaware that beneath my composed exterior lay a fortune that could change lives, and perhaps even shift the dynamics in this very room. I chose not to flaunt it, not to interfere, and let the events unfold naturally, savoring the moment when the truth would finally be revealed, and the reactions would be priceless. As the night continued, relatives whispered, joked, and exchanged stories of wealth and inheritance, completely oblivious to the reality sitting right in front of them. I joined conversations lightly, smiling, commenting on memories, all while knowing the truth. My daughter danced, her joy contagious, and I allowed myself a small private smile. They had no idea that I could have changed the trajectory of many lives with a single word. The power of keeping my fortune quiet was intoxicating, not out of malice, but out of the thrill of choice, of control, of timing. Every toast, every speech praising our family's accomplishments, I listened politely, nodding, letting others bask in their temporary assumptions. Some people glanced at me, perhaps underestimating my influence, not realizing that the villas my husband had left behind were not just properties, but symbols of strategic vision, dedication, and legacy. I didn't need to announce anything. The knowledge of what I held was mine alone, and that silence gave me a quiet satisfaction. When my daughter hugged me tightly, whispering her excitement in dreams, I held her hand firmly, knowing that the greatest gift I could give her at that moment was not money, but the lesson of patience, discretion, and timing. Later, a few curious relatives began asking about the family fortune, hinting at properties, investments, and what might come next. I laughed lightly, deflecting, giving small answers that revealed nothing. Their curiosity only grew, yet my lips remained sealed. Observing their reactions, I realized how easily people assume, how quick they are to underestimate, and how fragile pride can be when confronted by the unknown. My daughter, still blissfully unaware of the full scope of what she would inherit, was enjoying the celebration without the burden of responsibility. I continued to maintain a warm, approachable demeanor, yet every glance, every whispered question from relatives was met with calm confidence. They could sense something unspoken, an invisible weight of influence in my presence, but could not guess the scale. It was a dance of perception and restraint, a careful balance of engagement and mystery. I understood the value of patience, and that revealing the fortune too early would dilute the impact, the power of timing, and the reactions that would inevitably follow. I let the evening flow naturally, basking in the knowledge that all would be revealed at the precise moment that would maximize respect, awe, and understanding. Finally, as the celebration wound down, I chose a quiet moment with my daughter, taking her aside and sharing that the villas were hers to manage when the time was right. Her eyes widened, a mixture of shock, excitement, and disbelief washing over her face. Relatives, having overheard snippets, turned in astonishment. The room, which had been filled with casual assumptions and lighthearted gossip, froze for a heartbeat. I smiled, calm and composed, knowing that my discretion, patience, and understanding of timing had made the revelation far more impactful than any premature announcement could have achieved. My daughter embraced me tightly, gratitude and awe in her eyes, while others approached cautiously, their respect now evident in every gesture. I had not only preserved my dignity, but had also taught the subtle power of timing, patience, and quiet authority. In the end, I didn't need to boast or flaunt wealth. The truth had revealed itself in the perfect moment, leaving a lasting impression and ensuring that my legacy, the $80 million beachfront villas, would be acknowledged with respect, admiration, and the awe it deserved.